The year is 2025, a seemingly ordinary year, yet beneath the surface a silent threat looms. The hum of the modern world is everywhere: refrigerators, the constant background noise of our lives. Phones, always charging, always connected, our lifelines to information and communication. Lights, illuminating our homes, our streets, our world at the flick of a switch. But what happens when that hum stops? When the lights flicker and die, plunging us into darkness and silence? What happens when the convenience we take for granted vanishes in an instant? Warnings about our fragile power grid are no longer whispers, they're headlines, screaming from the front pages, impossible to ignore. The summer of 2024 brought rolling blackouts, a taste of what could be, a disruption to our routines, a dress rehearsal for something bigger, a glimpse into a future where the lights might not come back on so easily. Experts and agencies now say widespread outages are not a question of if, but when. The question isn't whether it will happen, but how prepared we will be when it does. Our grid is old, overworked, and under strain from new tech and a growing population. It's a system struggling to keep up with the demands of the 21st century. The system's check engine light is on, and ignoring it could leave us stranded, vulnerable, and unprepared. Reports highlight aging infrastructure, lack of investment, a critical need for modernization, and the challenge of balancing supply and demand, especially during extreme weather when our reliance on electricity is at its peak. The buffer is gone. The margin for error has vanished. A single event, a heat wave pushing our systems to their breaking point, cyber attack, targeting the very heart of our infrastructure, or equipment failure could trigger a domino effect, cascading across the grid, leaving millions in the dark. It's time to face reality, not with fear, but with preparation. Knowledge is power, and preparation is key. Flipping a switch for light is a privilege, not a guarantee. It's a convenience we've come to expect, but one that can be taken away in an instant. July 26, 2025. The warnings are clear. The signs are all around us if we choose to see them. The time for wishful thinking is over. Practical preparation must begin. Procrastination is no longer an option. This isn't paranoia, it's responsibility. It's about taking care of yourself and your loved ones. Understand the risks and take logical steps to protect your well-being. Be informed, be proactive, be prepared. The power is in your hands long before the electricity goes out. You have the ability to make a difference, to protect yourself and your family. Are you ready to act before the lights go out? Are you ready to face the darkness with confidence and resilience? The choice is yours. The future is unwritten, and your actions today will determine your safety tomorrow. Why might your lights go out? Start with the grid, a vast, aging network pushed to its limits. Every new device, car, and data center adds demand to a system already stretched thin. Without major upgrades, failures are inevitable. One substation can trigger a cascade, leaving millions in the dark. Then there's the weather. Extreme heat, storms, wildfires. Climate change is a physical threat to the grid. Hurricanes, tornadoes, and ice storms can destroy infrastructure in hours. Wildfires can sever transmission lines, cutting off entire regions. Globally, energy supplies are vulnerable to political tensions and cyber attacks. A conflict or a hacker halfway around the world can disrupt your power at home. The grid faces a perfect storm: old infrastructure, extreme weather, and global instability. This isn't hypothetical, it's happening now. Understanding these risks is the first step to being ready. Know the threats so you can prepare for when, not if, they arrive. Enough about problems. Let's shift our focus to solutions. It's time to proactively equip ourselves with the knowledge and resources necessary to navigate challenging situations. When the lights go out and the familiar hum of electricity fades, your immediate focus should be on the core four, the fundamental elements of survival: light, water, fire, and shelter. These are the cornerstones of your immediate well-being. Mastering these basics isn't just about having supplies, it's about building a foundation of resilience, a capacity to bounce back from adversity. For light, stock up on LED flashlights, headlamps, and, crucially, ensure you have an ample supply of extra batteries. Don't underestimate the importance of reliable illumination. Candles and lighters are your backup, providing a low-tech alternative when batteries run dry. Reliable light brings not only safety, allowing you to navigate your surroundings, but also a sense of calm in what can be a disorienting situation. Water is absolutely critical. Aim for at least 1 gallon per person per day to cover drinking and basic hygiene. Store bottled water for immediate use and be sure to have extra containers on hand that you can fill from other sources if necessary. Always have a way to purify water. Invest in a quality filter capable of removing bacteria and parasites, or keep a supply of water purification tablets as a backup. Fire and shelter are fundamentally about temperature control, maintaining a safe and sustainable environment. Fire lets you boil water to make it safe for drinking, cook food, and of course, stay warm when temperatures plummet. Have multiple fire-starting methods available, including lighters, waterproof matches, and a reliable ferro rod. For shelter, prepare for both cold and heat, considering the full spectrum of potential weather conditions. Wool blankets, sleeping bags rated for low temperatures, and a supply of warm, layered clothing are essential for winter, while cooling fans, if power is available, and cooling towels can provide relief during the heat of summer. Know how to keep your home livable and reasonably comfortable even when the power grid fails. Preparation isn't just about accumulating gadgets and gear, it's fundamentally about acquiring knowledge and taking decisive action. Build your foundation now while the lights are still on and you have the time and resources to plan effectively. Don't wait for the emergency broadcast to tell you it's time to prepare. By then, it's often too late. Take control of your safety, your comfort, and your overall well-being by proactively preparing for potential disruptions. The basics, while seemingly simple, are your best defense against the unexpected. Start with the core 4: light, water, fire, and shelter, and you'll be significantly more ready for anything that comes your way. Resilience begins with preparation, with a conscious decision to prioritize your safety and well-being. Make it your priority, and you'll be well on your way to facing any challenge with confidence. Once the core 4 are covered, focus on comfort and safety. Stock non-perishable foods, canned goods, protein bars, nuts, and a manual can opener. A small camp stove and fuel canisters let you heat food and water. Keep a well-stocked first aid kit with essentials and personal medications. For sanitation, have trash bags, a bucket, kitty litter, hand sanitizer, and wet wipes. Tools matter. A multi-tool, duct tape, gloves, and a wrench for emergencies. For warmth, layer up with thermal underwear, wool socks, and hats. In hot climates, identify the coolest room and use reflective blankets on windows. A spray bottle with water can help you cool down. These simple steps reduce stress and keep you safe. Preparation is about practical solutions, not high-tech gear. Think ahead, and you'll weather any blackout in comfort. Stay smart, stay safe. When the lights suddenly go out, plunging everything into darkness, don't panic, act. Staying calm is your first and most important task. First, check if the outage is isolated to just your home by looking at your circuit breaker, or if the whole neighborhood is affected. A quick glance out the window will usually tell you. Shift your mindset. You're now managing your own resources and ensuring the well-being of those around you. Unplug electronics, including computers and appliances, to protect them from potential power surges when the electricity returns. Leave one light on, preferably a lamp, as a visual signal for when power is restored, so you're aware as soon as it comes back. Gather flashlights, your emergency kit, and a battery-powered or hand-crank radio in your main living area to stay informed. In cold weather, close off unused rooms and insulate windows to conserve heat and keep your living space warmer for longer. In heat, start your cooling plan by opening windows if it's cooler outside than inside and using fans if available. Make sure everyone in your household knows the emergency plan and understands their role in it. Keep communication open, especially with children, reassuring them and explaining what's happening in a way they understand. Avoid unnecessary risks, such as going outside in the dark without proper lighting or attempting to repair electrical equipment yourself. Be extremely careful with candles. Place them on stable surfaces away from flammable materials and never ever leave them unattended. If using a generator, keep it outside and far away from windows and doors to prevent deadly carbon monoxide poisoning. Don't open the fridge or freezer unless absolutely necessary to preserve food and maintain a safe temperature for as long as possible. Your first hour is critically important for creating a safe, stable, and organized environment during the blackout. Calm, deliberate action sets the tone for the entire duration of the blackout, helping to reduce stress and anxiety. Safety comes first, always. Prioritize the well-being of yourself and others above all else. You're in control, and by taking these steps, you're prepared to handle the situation effectively. In a blackout, your kitchen can quickly become a hazard. Keep fridge and freezer doors closed. Fridge food stays safe for 4 hours, a full freezer for up to 48. After 4 hours, check perishables with a thermometer. If food's above 40 degrees for 2 hours, throw it out. Don't risk food poisoning. Rely on your non-perishable stock. Protect your stored water. Keep it sealed and cool. If you run out, use your purification plan. Boil water for at least 1 minute or use a filter. You can get water from your hot water heater or collect rainwater, but always purify before drinking. Use non-potable water for washing, not drinking. Don't waste drinking water on flushing toilets. Use your emergency toilet setup. Managing food and water wisely keeps you healthy and strong. It's not just about having supplies, it's about using them smartly. Stay vigilant, stay safe. Your health depends on it. When the power's out, most modern communication vanishes. Your best tool, a hand crank or battery-powered emergency radio for news and weather updates. Conserve your phone battery. Use low power mode, turn off extras, and stick to essential texts. A portable power bank or solar charger is invaluable for recharging devices. Have a written communication plan. Designate an out-of-state contact and meeting places for your family. Local calls may fail, but long distance might work. Your neighbors are your immediate network. Check on them, especially the vulnerable. Share information and resources. Face-to-face connection matters more than ever. Community is your lifeline when digital networks fail. Don't isolate, reach out, stay informed, stay connected. True preparedness is a team effort. No one can go it alone forever. Humans thrive in groups. Your best asset in a blackout is the trust and cooperation of your neighbors. Start now. Get to know people on your street, learn their skills, and share resources. Organize a simple neighborhood meeting to discuss emergency plans and exchange contacts. Pooling resources and responsibilities makes everyone safer. Pre-planned agreements like who checks on the elderly bring order to chaos. Community resilience eases fear and anxiety. A blackout is a chance to rediscover the power of being a good neighbor. Strong communities handle crises better together. The strength of your family depends on the strength of your community. Build those bonds before you need them. The warnings are real, but knowledge is power, not panic. Preparation is how you take control, not just react. Every step, stocking supplies, making plans, talking to neighbors, builds confidence. Think of prepping as insurance. You hope you never need it, but you're glad it's there. The skills you gain, purifying water, staying warm, managing resources, last a lifetime. Blackouts can even offer a reset time to connect, slow down, and appreciate what matters. Preparation frees you to enjoy these moments, not fear them. Are you ready for 2025? The choice is yours. Don't let fear paralyze you. Let it motivate you. Start today. Make a plan. Gather supplies. Talk to your community. The darkness may come, but it doesn't have to bring fear. When you're prepared, it's just a temporary pause. You have the power. Turn it on.